Are you tired of calorie counting? Tired of those crash diets that promise everything but leave you right back where you started, maybe even heavier? Here's a brutal truth no one in the fitness industry wants you to hear. You're fighting your own biology. The secret to sustainable, effortless fat loss isn't just what you eat, but when you eat it. You can eat the cleanest food on the planet, but if you eat it at the wrong time, your body will always choose to store it as fat. This is the circadian rhythm eating secret, and it's the science-backed way to hack your metabolism and keep the weight off for good. Stay tuned because we're about to decode your body's internal clock and turn you into a fat-burning machine. Let's get one thing straight. You don't just have one clock. You have a central master clock in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. The SCN is primarily set by light, specifically that morning sunlight. But you also have peripheral clocks in almost every major organ, including your liver, your gut, and your muscles. These peripheral clocks are set primarily by food. Think of it this way. The SCN is the conductor, setting the main tempo. The peripheral clocks are the musicians who only play when they're fed the right cues. When these clocks are synchronized, your metabolism is a finely tuned engine. When they're out of sync, for example, you're eating when your liver thinks it's supposed to be asleep, that's when chaos, inflammation, and chronic fat storage begin. This is where most diets fail. We've been told a calorie is a calorie. That's a metabolic lie. When you eat late at night, your liver's clock is already winding down. The enzymes responsible for processing glucose and fat are at their lowest activity levels. In essence, your metabolic system is asleep. By introducing a late-night meal, you're forcing a tired, slow metabolism to process a massive influx of energy. What happens? Instead of efficiently burning that energy, your body immediately prioritizes storage. This late-night fuel blast doesn't just promote fat gain, it absolutely destroys your insulin sensitivity the following day. Your body becomes less responsive to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar, more fat storage, and a vicious cycle of craving and weight gain. Stop sabotaging your metabolism after 8 p.m. It is literally an act of metabolic self-sabotage. You've heard of intermittent fasting, IF. You've heard of time-restricted eating, TRE. Circadian rhythm eating is the precision version of both. Most people doing IF simply skip breakfast and eat from, say, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is often counterproductive because it maximizes eating during your metabolic downtime. CRE, or scientifically endorsed TRE, demands that you shift your eating window to the early part of the day, when your digestive enzymes are at their peak and your insulin sensitivity is highest. The goal isn't just to fast. The goal is to align your fuel intake with your body's metabolic activity. Research by Dr. Satchidananda Panda and others has repeatedly shown that an early eating window, for example, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., results in significantly better fat loss, blood sugar control, and improved sleep compared to a late window, even when consuming the exact same calories. It's not about when you stop eating, it's about when you start eating and synchronizing that window with the sun. Now for the crucial part. How do you implement this in your life? It comes down to 3 non-negotiable pillars.
Your core objective is to compress your caloric intake into an 8 to 10 hour window that begins shortly after sunrise and ends well before sunset. A perfect starting point for most people is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This allows you to finish your dinner 4 hours before you hit the bed. This is the sweet spot. It maximizes the time your body is in an active metabolic state and gives your gut and liver the necessary rest they need overnight.
Focus your biggest, most nutrient-dense meals, especially those rich in protein and fiber, during the middle of your eating window, lunch. This provides sustained energy for your daytime activities. Shift away from heavy, processed carbs or sugar-laden meals at the end of your window. A lighter dinner focused on vegetables and lean protein is ideal. This makes the transition into the overnight fast much smoother and doesn't spike your blood sugar right before your body needs to wind down. And the results of this alignment are often immediate and profound. Listen to what one of our early adopters, Mark, noticed just 2 weeks into a 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. window.
I stopped counting calories entirely, which was huge for my stress. But the biggest shock? After 2 weeks, my late-night sugar cravings just vanished. I wasn't fighting the urge to snack at 9 p.m. anymore. It was like my body finally understood when the kitchen was closed. And the weight is melting off way faster than any crash diet I've tried.
That's the power of biology overriding willpower. When the clock is set right, the cravings disappear. This is a critical correction for many. Do not use bulletproof coffee or any other fatty, creamy, sugary beverage during your morning fast. Why? While fat doesn't spike insulin as much as sugar, it still sends a powerful signal to your liver's peripheral clock that the fast is over. The fat content requires your liver to kick into processing gear, disrupting the essential metabolic rest and autophagy process you're trying to achieve during your fasted state. Stick to black coffee, water, or plain tea. Furthermore, the absolute minimum fast required every single night is 12 hours. This allows your liver and gut to complete their daily housekeeping and reset for the next day. A true 16-hour fast following the CRE model is exponentially more effective than a simple 12-hour fast. Let's look under the hood. The primary mechanism through which CRE/TRE facilitates fat loss is by fixing your insulin sensitivity. When you consistently fast for 14 to 16 hours and eat primarily during the day, your body becomes extremely responsive to insulin. This means that when you do eat, the carbohydrates you consume are efficiently shuttled into muscle cells for energy, rather than spilling over and being stored as fat. This extended overnight fast also forces a profound metabolic switch. Once the easily accessible glycogen stores are depleted, usually 10 to 12 hours in, your body shifts seamlessly into fat oxidation. It starts burning your stored fat for fuel. This is the magical state you want to be in. When you eat late, you never get to this state. By aligning your food intake with the sun, you maximize the time your body spends burning its own reserves. It's not magic, it's just pure, effective biology. You cannot fix your eating rhythm without fixing your sleep rhythm. They are two sides of the same metabolic coin. Your SCN, the master clock, is controlled by light. Morning sunlight is the single most powerful metabolic reset button you have. Get 5 to 10 minutes of direct, unfiltered sunlight into your eyes. Don't stare at the sun, just be outside, within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. This immediately signals to your brain that the day has begun, promoting the timely release of cortisol, the healthy morning kind, and preparing your digestive system for your first meal. Conversely, blue light at night from screens and bright household lights is metabolic poison. It suppresses melatonin, the sleep hormone, and this sleep disruption messes with the appetite hormones, ghrelin, which tells you you're hungry, and leptin, which tells you you're full. Studies show that poor sleep dramatically increases ghrelin and decreases leptin, leading to intense cravings for simple carbs and overeating the next day. Block that blue light, get quality sleep, and your CRE plan becomes automatic. Positive, uplifting, and resolving music swells slightly. The biggest takeaway is this. Stop fighting your body with unsustainable calorie counting. Start working with your body by honoring its ancient genetic rhythm. The Circadian Rhythm Eating Plan is a framework for life, not a diet. It simply teaches you to fuel your body when it's metabolically ready to receive that fuel. Here is your practical 3-step action plan to start tomorrow. Step 1. Establish your golden window. Start with a 14-10 fast, 10-hour eating window, 14-hour fast. For example, eat only between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Step 2. Get your light reset. Get outside for 10 minutes of morning sunlight immediately upon waking. Step 3. Cut the night fuel. Commit to nothing but water or black tea after 7 p.m. Implement these 3 simple steps, and you'll find that the weight comes off naturally, your energy stabilizes, and you finally achieve the sustainable fat loss you've been chasing. If you found this information powerful, make sure to like this video and check out our other deep dives into metabolic health.